I just find it strange, bro. I find it real fucking strange that all of a sudden they come out with it. Just here you go.
That
You
that's
know,
why
like
that's why I'm skeptical to it, because I'm just like, okay, you guys took all the trouble into disproving that it exists. Now all of a sudden you're saying it's real. Okay, what's really going on? And that's where I'm just like, okay, what kind of wool are you trying to pull over our eyes this time? Like,
you need to
uh,
watch this thing called The Brain, bro. It's like an old 80s horror film about this brain that's basically it's like an alien, yeah, and it's
mm,
controlling people through a broadcast station by
oh, okay.
giving out messages through like the channels and shit. Bro, it's good. Watch it. I
Oh
won't
man,
really.
it sounds just like They Live.
Yeah, bro, this was like I don't think it's so much of as a rip off, but it's
Oh shit, I think my light just went out. Oh no, my internet just went out. Welcome to There is no escape. There is no escape. You are in my control now. Welcome to Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to Hell Team Doom for another episode of Let's Talk About Horror. I know y'all miss my voice and everything like that. I know I come out yelling and shit like that. But anyway, if you want to follow your boy on the social medias, those social medias are the Walter Doom Horror. Or is it Walter Doom Horror? I can't remember that shit right now. I believe it's Walter Doom Horror. Not me promoting my shit and can't remember the name of it, by the way. But Walter Doom Horror on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, the Walter Doom on X, now used to be Twitter, but X. And of course, Walter Doom anywhere else that involves streaming podcasts. So first things first, before we jump into the episode, I know your boy been gone for a minute, and I gotta say I do miss all of you, but your boy has been going through like a little rough patch for the past couple of months. Just like a lot of personal stuff that's happened. I mean, one personal thing that came up that was like beyond my control was my internet getting cut off, unfortunately, and it had nothing to do with like the bill not being paid. It was more so on human error before anybody decides to have a slick mouth about like why my internet was cut off. But apparently it was like a weird situation where there was supposed to be someone getting their services cut off, but instead of doing it at that person's place of residency, or I guess they did do it at the residency of that person or persons, I really don't know who, but what ended up happening is not only did that person's internet get cut off, but it got cut off for like several other people in my neighborhood, which was really just unfortunate. I guess it was like people that were kind of like talking about, well, not talking about, but kind of notifying the company, my internet provider, that hey, we're having like issues. Of course, I also called the internet provider, told them like, hey, we're having issues over here. I don't know what's going on. And I kind of thought I knew what was up, because it's not the first time I've had internet issues on a technical side. So I kind of figured it was something dealing with like some type of connection issue outside of the house and what have you. So of course they figured that out and fixed all that shit, but you know, whatever. But just not only that has been going on, but you know, your boy got a day job and been kind of rough at the job sphere right now, you know, just like millions of you people out there. I know a lot of you are probably dealing with like work issues, whether it's like you have to work from home or you're being brought from home to now work in an office. Maybe you guys aren't getting like the right type of pay right now at your job. Maybe even like, you know, you're dealing with like some reduction of hours that, you know, that you just really have no control over. So at the moment you have to kind of like look into other places of work and you just try and figure out, hey, how am I going to pay the bills? So your boy have been going through some rough patches at work and what have you, and I'm trying to keep this to a minimum because I'm not trying to keep this like a sob story of, oh my god, Doom, I can't believe what's going on. No, like your boy is gonna bounce back. You know, I'm always gonna find a way, you know, despite what's going on. But yeah, your boy's just been going through a lot of rough patches for the past couple of months, and yeah, I mean it's like I have episodes, and not only that, I've been working on like other things as well. So yeah, it's been kind of like hard to manage some of it sometimes. So yeah, for that I'm going to apologize for any of you guys that's been waiting for me for the longest. Just know, like, you know, I'm not neglecting any of y'all, but sometimes your boy, you know, runs through rough patches and sometimes I just have to reset sometimes, you know. So with that being said, with that, as I'm clicking shit in the background, which I shouldn't be doing. this is how you know it's been a while. But with that being said, I mean the Doom Awards, I've been going through different mental flips on what I want to do with it. I am going to go ahead and still make an episode of it. It's probably not going to come out the way I wanted for it to come out, unfortunately. And because of like the timing of it all, you know, this was something I was hoping that would have came out in hopefully like February, April, the latest. But once again, your boy, you know, he has like other obligations that I have to tend to. So, just know that episode of the Doom Awards is still coming. Hopefully before the end of this month of November. And it's probably going to be a real rapid fire episode mixed in with probably like a lot of other things in it, but just know that episode is coming out because I do want to get out those results, that idea, and maybe hopefully like 2024 as I am trying to figure my own shit out, you know, like maybe like Doom Awards could be at a time where it's more appropriate, you know, instead of like getting closer to the end of the year. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't even thinking about these movies anymore. But I mean, for horror fans, I mean, if we love certain movies, we still think about them. But either way, that's pretty much it as far as like things I want to talk about, you know, for me personally, which I want to apologize to you, the fans, the listeners out there. But your boy, you know, I've been trying to like come up with changes. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. But your boy's been trying to come up with changes. I'm trying to like, you know, still bring the podcast like how I do and what have you. And I want to get to a point where I'm not taking long breaks away from y'all. You know, I feel like I do a big disservice when I'm gone for like a very long time away from you guys. But anyway, I am going to go ahead and kick off the show. So today, for today's episode, I'm bringing in my boy Bal. all the way from the UK. And I'm going to talk to him today about his latest ventures, his projects. And this conversation is pretty interesting as well. It's going to be a lot of laughs, a lot of like silliness, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of old school things brought up that probably like young listeners are going to ask like, wow, did that really happen during those times? But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, transition into the episode. All right, y'all. So I want to welcome my guest right now, the big dog from the UK, my boy Balraj Kang. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, man, it's my pleasure to have you on. I always like it when you come on the show, man. We always have a good conversation about like all the things that you're working on, all the things that you're
Yeah.
doing. Even like some of the little shit we be talking sometimes. I mean, I really did enjoy like
Oh,
the little episode we did when we did the it drawing. You remember that one?
oh, yeah, yeah. That was good, man. That was good fun. That I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Good
was
drawing.
fun. That
Good
was
drawing
fun.
skills, bro. Good drawing
Hey,
skills.
hey, thanks, man. Thanks. I mean, I got a little skills here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first things first, let's talk about you, man. What have you been up to? I understand that you're going to the Stan Winston School. Can you kind of like tell the viewers like what the school is about and why you chose to go there?
Yeah, so it's online. So obviously it's like an online school, like the schools in America itself. Like I would love to actually go there in person, like, but obviously that's tough. Like
Yeah,
being this far. But yeah, so they got loads of courses online that you can do, and they're sort of like beginners, intermediate, advanced, and all in different areas. Like from makeup to puppetry to fabrication to like directing creatures and like all the good stuff basically. And the reason why I sort of chose to go there is just because that's the only big school with such a reputation that does those courses and makes itself accessible like that. So, and obviously because of like the teachers that you learn from, because
yeah.
like, yeah, and it's not like I was going to go back to uni to learn it. So, I thought I'll learn it this way. And it's the only thing that I'm missing out of like the stuff that I can do. So, yeah, but so far, bro, it's been good fun. I've been doing sculpting out of clay. I've been doing creature designing. And now it's sort of like onto like doing more puppetry courses, and you pick and choose what you want. So it's not like you're tied down. You can do several different courses. You can do painting, you can do this, but I'm not as organized, so I just have to stick to one and do one, finish it, next one, finish
Oh
it,
yeah, no, I feel you. I'm the same way too, man. It's like, as you know, like I got a lot going on. We were talking about this beforehand before we started the show, and for me, I'm just like I'm a person where like I could kind of juggle a couple of things, but it's like I can't juggle like too many big projects like all
Oh,
at once because then I become a little bit frazzled. I'm just like I can't focus, and I know what you mean. I know how it is. I mean, sometimes I wondered myself like, do I have some type of ADHD problem? Because I'll just be like doing one project, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, okay, I need to do something else, and it's just
yeah.
like, oh man. But yeah, I feel you, man. But how long is the courses?
Oh, so like they range in different sort of times. Like some are like 20 hours long, some, and then they're broken down into like, 1, 2 hour modules and different things. They're very like specific. So like say the puppetry one will have making monsters out of plastic bags, making um moving puppets, doing animatronics for puppet eyes, using rods to move the limbs. So it's like each one of those courses might be 1 to 2 to 3 hours long. Some are like 4 hours. So it's like it's very well structured, man. I would definitely highly recommend it to anybody who's got an interest in just learning that stuff, from the ground up, because it's super accessible, and like the people that are teaching you, they know the subject inside and out. So it's like they're like the innovators that made a lot of these special effects that people are seeing now, coming back into fashion.
Yeah.
Like these like worked on Jurassic Park, on Terminator, on Predator, and even up to like recent day stuff like Avatar and Hellboy and Men in Black and all this, or anything that you can name is like big, like it's got something to do with like somebody from Stan Winston who had an association with that school. So it's like, yeah, like I think my two favorite tutors at the moment that teach you are all the sculptors. Well, three favorite would be Don Lanning, bro, who is absolutely a master sculptor. Like he can do anything sculpting wise. And he's
Yeah.
like the guy that made the T-Rex's head in Jurassic Park. Do you get me? Like that,
Oh, that's
like
dope.
so he's like just a master, bro. And he's got some courses on there, and literally if you just learn that and just do that for a year, you will be a good sculptor. So it's like that. Do you know what I mean? And then the next one is Jordu Shell, who is another master sculptor, bro, and he's done like Hellboy, he's done like Avatar, he's done like some crazy like work, do you know what I mean? And they have a good sense of humor, and they're really clear on what they're telling you. Do you know what I mean? And then the third guy, who's one of my favorites, is Bill Bryan, who no one even knows about that much, but he did work in like Species, Lord of Illusion, Men in Black 3, Outer Limits, and he basically innovated the use of like plastic bags, like as SFX. So his courses,
Really?
yeah, his courses are dope, bro. And these guys are like quite laid back, so it's not like you're learning off someone who's boring. They've got
Yeah.
good stories to tell, and yeah, and then you can practice it out, you see. So like what I do is I watch the course, and then if there's a course that I want to do something to do within one of my films, is I will then get all the materials and I will watch the course and do it as I go along with them. So it's like it's the best way. Like it's better than going and sitting in a lecture and someone telling you, or you being in a class under fire with other people around, and it's like, yeah, hours over now, everyone has to go. Because this way, bro, I could spend a whole day just doing some little bits and just going over the video over and over again.
Yeah, we need more schools like that. I know what it's like to be at a university. I know what it's like to be in courses where like the teacher is boring. You had a long day. Maybe you haven't slept like enough hours in the night, and you have to be
But
there like 8 in the morning.
no, I've done that, man. I've been like I've fell asleep in lecture and hit my head on the thing and then come back up, and like everything's been silent and everyone's looking at me. I'm like, shit. Yeah. It's like, what can you do? You're just in that. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro, I think it's like it's a difference between learning a subject because you want to get a job and make money,
Hmm.
compared to when you think I'm doing it like as art, because if you do art, bro, you don't expect to make money out of it.
Oh
Like
yeah,
no
yeah.
no person that makes art expects to think I'm gonna make money out of it unless they do that for specific, like Banksy, who knows if he goes and sprays this wall, he's gonna make loads. But he don't make the money.
Hmm.
He doesn't usually make the money himself directly. But yeah, man, like it's just you just do it, and you got to do it when you feel inspired and not when it's like fucking draining and it's
Yeah,
forced.
yeah. Like for me, I mean, no knock against anybody who go to college or who do the 4, 6 years, 8 years, however long they take. But sometimes I feel like, there are certain subject areas, especially like subject areas like ours, you technically sometimes don't really need that, degree or that those like college courses to in order to do what you're doing, with career areas like ours, it's literally like sometimes and honestly, like for me, and I've come to this biggest realization a lot lately, is that, to make it out in film, art, media, whatever, a lot of times it comes down to who do you know at the end of the day. And it I don't know. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not upset about going to school or going to university, but it always comes down to like making me think like, damn, did I wasted my time
Yeah,
going to a
we all think that,
university?
man. Yeah, we all think that, bro. We all like we all have that feeling where we think, was it like the right decision to make to go?
Right.
But
Right.
it's
Because
good, man.
it's like, because I'm thinking like, okay, well, if I wanted to do like something with podcasting, I could have probably just did this shit like when I was 18 years old, grinded it out, work some piece of shit job just to get equipment.
Yeah, bro. But I think, do you know what it is? It's like it works how it should. Like
Oh
you weren't
yeah.
meant to, like at that point in time. We probably didn't have internet as good. Like you wouldn't have been able to do that, like so it's like kids now, they got that they can do what they want, like
Oh
everything's
yeah,
there
I'm
for them.
I'm jealous of these little shits sometimes, and I
Yeah,
mean that endearly for the younger listeners. I don't really mean y'all are like little pieces of shits, but that's something us old folks would say. I'm
yeah,
tired of these little shits.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm envious of that sometimes. I'm just like, yo, these kids could jump on TikTok, YouTube, and just blow up like
That's
overnight
it.
sometimes.
And it's like how back in our day we couldn't. It wasn't possible because we didn't have all that. We was
No.
like we was in a bubble, where it's just us and people around us immediate, and that's it. So
Yeah, it's funny because like I was talking to one of my college friends. We actually went to high school together. I mean, if he's listening to this, he probably knows who he is. But me and him, we had another friend that we actually know from college, and the three of us, we used to do like a semi video podcast back at school, like in like I want to say 2006, 2007, somewhere around that time. But yeah, we used to do like this whole podcast thing. I was cameraman. I wasn't in front of the camera.
yeah,
Before anybody start asking like, "Oh, Doom, where was this? Let me see this." Like, no, I wasn't the guy in front of the. I wasn't the guy in front of the camera. I was behind the camera. I was the cameraman. But
he's
but
making it happen, isn't it? He's making it happen.
yeah, I was the one that making it happen. I was the one like editing the videos,
That's
because I
it.
knew how to edit videos, and I don't remember what I was using as to edit videos. It was probably like some Windows bullshit that was for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to make like these videos. We called it the round table, but we used to make like these videos where like we were discussing different social issues and relationships and what have you. It was a cool thing to do back then as a kid. But one day I looked at that shit and I was like, ugh, this shit's so cringy.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. I know
Yeah,
that.
man.
Enough cringy shit where you look at it
Oh
back
yeah,
in that,
man.
you think, oh my God, is that
Hey
me?
man. Hey, have you done any like cringy shit, like recorded any cringy shit when you were in college
I
or
think, yeah, I think we recorded like one. Do you know like when you have your prom, like you guys, it's like called prom, like ours is called like our like end of year ball, like
mm-hmm.
when it's like leaving school, right? You're gonna go to university or whatever, yeah. You're gonna go to
Yeah.
college, basically. And like we we had like a limousine, right? And we was all recording ourselves in the limousine, all like, fucking being kids. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
they, yeah, so basically I remember um we recorded one of my mates, he was like fucking drinking up, sessioning up, getting absolutely hammered. He's puking everywhere outside and that, and in front of the teachers, and we recorded him. And then what we did was we went and we plugged that into the projector. So then when the teacher's doing her presentation, we played his video so you could see him like in the limousine and him puking up and like swearing and all this. And then obviously like it was like hell breaking loose where like teachers are like going crazy on who's done this and where are you guys and blah blah blah. And we left, right? We've been like, we knew that we fucking done it, so we left. And
Yeah.
we driving around the limo thinking we're bad, and then we didn't realize the limo is dropping us basically back at the ball anyway. So we end up getting dropped off back. And it's like shit. And everyone's waiting. Teachers are like, you guys are fucked now. Like, and then yeah, after that, bro, it was just like it was a tough like last few weeks, like the last 2 weeks before we left school because it was like, yeah, the teachers weren't nice. They're
Yeah.
like you like that. But yeah, that was probably the worst thing. I don't think I recorded much else. Like literally no one had like cameras on their phones and shit. So it was
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah. Wait,
I
what
probably
year
got
was this? What year was this?
oh this was oh shit. So this was I went to uni in 2007 and I finished in 2010. So this would have been like 2004, 2005, bro.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it,
I kind of feel it.
yeah, because I'm 34, bro. I'm 34, man. Like next year I'm 35. So I was born in 1989. So it's like going to school, bro. Like I was, yeah, like 2000s, like early 2000s,
Yep,
like,
yep. I already we are on the same age, bro. So
yeah,
I already know it's like you gotta love those early 2000 years, man. It's like you could do a bunch of
crazy.
destructive shit and no one is like recording that shit. You
Yeah,
know,
that's it. Now, yeah,
it's
now it's
like
not
at least not with the phones. I mean, if someone had a camera, of course I had a camera back in the day. So it's like, yeah, it's like unless you had like one of those little like handheld cameras, and
yeah.
your homeboy is recording you while you're doing some crazy shit. That is probably like that's where you're just like, hey, bro, you can't play this video anywhere.
Now, gotta destroy that. You gotta destroy
Man.
that.
Or even like I guess the biggest thing was like posting it on YouTube or MySpace. You have to tell them like, hey bro, don't post it on YouTube or MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace, bro. Everyone had MySpace and MSN. Remember, like, everyone would talk on it, MSN, like.
Oh my
MSN.
god, yes, I remember
Yeah.
the MSN, man. The aim was like the biggest thing, bro, back in the day.
Now it's just like cringe, in it. All them things is like dead,
Oh
like.
yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? It's funny because I was talking to somebody. Well, actually, no, same homeboy, same old college, high school friend I was talking to, and I was telling him like, you know what? I find it weird. No, actually, I'm sorry. It wasn't him. It was actually another high school friend. I'm sorry. But main story is like we were talking about the sidekick and everything like that, like the old technology like sidekick, the old Motorola's.
Pages, Blackberries, all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I told him like, what's weird to me and it's very cringy to really think about. I was telling him like it's weird that back in the day a lot of people would steal the T-Mobile sidekicks or even just like you know condone not condone but kind of engage in like some type of physical violence over a psychic, something that's not even like popping off right now. It's like you're telling me like some people
Yeah.
actually took somebody's life, and I'm pretty sure because there have been like murders or probably like robberies for people trying to take that phone. But I'm just thinking like somebody literally took a pawn shop phone that's probably worth like 99 cents right now, and they're spending the rest of their life in prison over that phone. Like, I'm just like, bro, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it?
Like he kills someone for a pager. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Like,
Oh my god. It's like, man, like you might as well just ask, can I kill you
that's
for
a
a pity?
comedy, bro. You need to write a comedy script about that. Trust me, like that's a comedy. That's a comedy script right there, waiting to be made. Like, because imagine, like, he comes out, he's a hardened criminal now, yeah,
Yeah,
or
right.
technology. Bro, he's in jail for 20 years for murder. Danger.
But it's like when you think about it, it's like, and it's funny because like as a kid, you don't think about like how long these things will last. But as an
No, man.
adult and you're looking at these things in hindsight, you're just like, bro, what
Yeah.
the fuck are y'all thinking about? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all need to change your mindset. I know
Bro,
times is
did,
hard. Thieves are
did
gonna
you hear about
thieves.
there was an Asian guy in the UK. He was trying to kill the Queen with a crossbow. Yeah, she
Oh
fucking
my god.
bro, the Queen at this point in time, look, the Queen was like pretty much on her deathbed. Do you get me? She was not long left. Like, and
Yeah.
my man's jumped over the fence with a crossbow, Indian guy. He's obsessed with Star Wars. He thinks he's like a Sith or something. Yeah, he's fucking been penning all these letters and that saying how he's going to take down the Republic. I'm thinking my man's obviously deranged. Yeah. My man's heavily fucking deranged. Yeah. A few sandwiches short of a picnic up there. And
Yeah.
he's been caught, bro. And he's been sentenced to like 9 years in jail for treason. I'm thinking, bro, about a month later, she's dead anyway. So it's like, what the fuck? Why have you done all that? So now the
Right.
next 9 years, yeah, the next 9 years, you're going to spend in a psychiatric institution because you're not good in the head, and life's
Mhm.
not going to be the same again. But that's all because mine was watching too much fucking Darth Sidious. You get me? Like, bro, uh, people are absolutely fucking dumb. Like, there's no even words of putting it. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, I feel you,
it,
man. Like it's too many like people who are going unchecked for their conditions, their traumas, their pain that they're suffering. And I mean, I know we're kind of like joking around a bit, but this is like a real serious issue. You
yeah, of
know,
course, man. Yeah, of course. But I think but that is, bro, that is a product of being in society. Yeah.
hmm
And that is not something that you can ever get out of unless you think, all right, and pack my bags, fuck it, and I'm gonna go sit under a mountain for fucking 35 years and meditate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, there's no way, as long as you've got attachments to society through going to work, materialism, buying shit, competing with mans, wanting to floss and look good. It's you're never ever gonna paying bills, paying rent, fucking buying a new phone, paying for the bro. It's never ever the pressure never is unrelenting. You get me in society, and it's
yeah.
like rat race, unrelenting, dog eat dog, no goodness or hope. You get me like that. Literally, I see people like that all the time. You know what I mean? Just in the circle.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see
And that
people
is
like
going to breed. That is going to breed this fucked up mentality where people are just severely ill. You get me? And it's like, if they're not fighting over ego or competition, then it's like they're fighting all over land and doing all this crazy shit, like what they've been doing with all these wars going on recently. You know what I mean? It's like, it don't make no fucking sense, man. You guys, there's enough room for everyone. Like, you know what I mean? Just chill the fuck out. Just live where you want and just chill the fuck out. Like, I don't understand why everyone's got to be so uptight. Do you know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah,
It's
man.
because people,
I
man.
I
Yeah.
see. I know what you mean, man. Because I see these people all the time too in passing. And I mean, right now, in California, we have like this big issue with like the homeless. And
Mm.
a lot of the times, like now, it's like being really reported on the news about how like homeless people, they're talking about their mental conditions and their violent behaviors. But I'm just like, hey, these people been having issues a long time ago, and it's like nobody tries to help these people out. No one tries to
Nah.
like, show compassion for them. And it's like it's kind of hard to when like, sometimes their violent behaviors is just a reaction to what's happened to them from society.
Bro, this isn't if someone can't make money out of it, they don't give a damn. That's the way
Mm-hmm.
it is. That's the way it is. If they can't make money out of exploiting someone, they don't want to know. It's like crawl off into that corner and die because we don't want to know. You know what I mean? So it's the way it is, man. And like the sooner people wake up and realize it's a cold, hard world out there and you're pretty much alone, then you're living in fucking cloud cuckoo land. Do you get me? Because there's no other. It's like this. Back when it was like Adam and Eve time, yeah, we could
Mm-hmm.
have lived in a utopia, yeah. If man's hand, like people take it literally, yeah, that okay, this bitch took that apple and ate it, yeah, and God was angry with her because she told her not. It's not about that, is it? It's about the fact that there's no self-control, there's no discipline, there's no reasoning, there's no and if you can't keep that shit in check and you do something that you're not supposed to, and you get cast out into the abyss and blah 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 blah. But the point is, bro, is the fact that humans are fucking that. There is that. There's a good side, but there's more of a bad side than a good side anyway. Like so, it's
Mm-hmm.
like society just, but everyone wants to be famous. No one wants to be good. No one wants to do good shit for the sake of doing good shit. They want to do good shit so they can make a TikTok about it and then get followers. Or they want to do good shit because they can exploit someone at the end of it and make money. It's just the way it is, bro. And that, unfortunately, hopefully it'll change. Do you get me? Like when something happens where humans have to like unite in some form, like a fucking alien invasion or something. You get me? And then
Total
it might.
Independence Day, man. We gotta get Will Smith out there smacking the aliens and not Chris Rock.
Bro, yeah, yeah. But that's gonna happen, man. Look, like like if you know anything about media, they tell you things that are gonna happen in advance. Films themselves, sci-fi films especially, they are showing you technology, say in films 40, 50 years ago, which is now reality, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fact. Do you get me? That's a fact. Like you watch Blade Runner, yeah, with digital billboards. They got shit like that now. You get me? In Japan, they got shit like that. They got things that will pop out of the screen and punch each other and then go back in. Do you get me? Like that is a reality, and that is within the director's lifetime. Do you
Yeah.
get me, bro? Aliens are coming. There ain't no ifs, buts, or maybe they're here. If they're not here, they're coming, and it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be, bro. They fucking. That's why they're releasing all this shit. That's why you guys having all these Congress meetings about it. That's why Mexicans are wheeling out little bodies of like fucking aliens that they're saying that they recovered, bro. Because for the last 50, 60 years, they've been saying that nothing like that exists. That's what
Mm-hmm.
they've been saying. They ain't been keeping quiet about it. They've been saying, no, you're cuckoo in the head if you believe this exists. It don't exist. There ain't no Area 51. We ain't got no aliens. Bob Lazar's full of shit. Bro, what Bob Lazar said is fucking right. You know what I mean? I always thought Bob Lazar was like pretty legit, bro, because why are you gonna fuck your entire life coming out on that shit when you could just happily get paid and know about it anyway? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I
Why,
mean,
why,
right now
why? Why the
they've been
fuck?
coming out with the existence of aliens. And me, I mean, I don't know. I'm a big cynic. You know, I'm
Bro,
just like, I'm kind
you
of
think,
skeptical when they start like saying like, oh no, these things don't exist, but now they're saying like, oh yeah, these things do exist, and I'm just like, okay, what are y'all distracting us from?
bro, I think it is like could be a false flag for them doing a fake alien invasion the same way they fake COVID. Yeah. Because
Mhm.
I don't give a shit what no one says. COVID was bullshit, bro. Because I didn't take no jabs. Yeah. And I was fine. I know people that took several jabs and got it more.
Mhm.
If I got COVID, bro, fucking I didn't even notice it. Yeah. So it's like it's no, it's I'm not listening to what government are going to tell me to say. You know, that's not just what I'm not just going to spoon feed it and just be like, yeah, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
with the alien shit, bro, it makes complete sense because you think about it like this: we're not special. They
Oh,
found
no, we're not.
they found countless amounts with this James Webb telescope that NASA put up in space, exoplanets, bro, that are like Earth, that are better than Earth, that are bigger than Earth, with more oxygen in it, with sea fucking oceans and shit. They found all that. They've said, and it just goes under the radar because mainstream news won't report it. But when you look deep enough, bro, they find exoplanets every single day. And they're saying that could be a suitable candidate for humans to live on, blah, blah. Bro, they're finding galaxies, which they're saying these galaxies are fucking 14 billion light years away, but when we look at them, it's only 100 years old. So how the fuck
Right.
is that? Then they're finding galaxies, bro, which are further than the Big Bang. Do you get me? So they're
Hmm.
saying Big Bang happened 14 million years ago. Bro, they find galaxies which are 26 million years old. Billion years old. They're finding galaxies which are older than the Big Bang. And they're saying, well, what the fuck's going on here? Because those galaxies shouldn't be existing. Because at that point in time, galaxies hadn't had they weren't around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's all bullshit, bro. But one thing that is definitely for certain is life ain't special on this planet.
Oh
You get
no, it's
me?
not. It
Can't
definitely
be.
is not.
And the thing as well is like it only takes certain things that we do on this planet which will attract attention, like fucking setting off nuclear bombs, you get me, and disturbing the fucking fabric of space itself. You get like shit like that is gonna attract attention, man. Like, so we're like we think we're cleverer than we are, like fucking humans. But I think something's definitely cooking up, bro. I don't know if it's fake or not, but when is the government ever going to come out and say, yeah, here's some aliens and Mexicans fucking pulling out little bodies and shit, bro? That's not just normal behavior. Like, oh, here you go. We've been hiding these for the last fucking 40 years, but now you can see them. Why now? You know what I mean? Why what's so important about fucking October 2023? It's not, you think they would announce it as the biggest news on front paper and everyone would know about it. No one knows about it, bro. When I talk to
Right.
people, people are here like, what? What? No, no, no. And you show them on YouTube, be like, yeah, these are legit people. Like this guy, this Fravor is a black ace or something. Like a fucking, he's the real life Tom Cruise who trains fucking like US Navy pilot, like pilot, US Air Force pilots how to fly. You know what I mean? And he's tracked one and caught it on radar and said, this thing's moving at speeds that I've never seen before and fucking moving at right angles and going into the sea and shit. You know, the
Yeah.
other guy is saying, yeah, I've known people that are saying, yeah, we've retrieved non-biological entities, that we've retrieved biological entities as well. So he's meaning they've retrieved things that are non-human, basically. Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
You
But
know,
on that note, man, we are gonna take a break right quick. And when we come back, man, we're gonna jump back into this conversation, man. We got more to talk about. So yeah, man. So right now
yeah.
we're gonna take a break. We will be back with Bell. So like you shouldn't say in a scary movie, man. I'll be right back. All right, and we are back now, and I am back with my guest, Balraj Kang. Man, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Man, so yeah, we
But
are totally not wearing two different outfits.
no, and shaved. Yeah,
Right?
we're going back in time. Yeah, back to the past.
Yeah, just a quick costume change.
That's it. Quick.
Oh man, but yeah, unfortunately, you guys, we had like a little bit of some power issues on my side, totally unforeseen, totally uncontrollable. So yeah, we are back right now just to talk more with you, Bal. So let's go ahead and jump into another topic with you real quick before we shake things up. But let's pick up about your movie Nikki. So what is Nikki about?
So it's basically about at the core a mother and daughter's relationship, like, so it was something completely different to what I'm used to making, like it was a bit more like deeper. It's about an estranged mother and her daughter, the mother and her boyfriend hatching a plan to kidnap the daughter. So it's like very sort of like Tarantino-esque, like story-wise.
Oh
And
yeah.
then it's about people coming after to get the daughter, like, and like certain other people involved. But yeah, so that's really like the core. And obviously we made it in 72 hours. So we did it as part of the Bizarro Land 72-hour debacle, which we do like now and again. So like we had 72 hours where they give us the prompt, and it was based on Nicolas Cage vibes, and we had Wild at Heart, which was like I ain't never even seen it. So it was like,
I haven't seen it either.
yeah, it's one of the Nicolas Cage films that I haven't seen, even though I'm a big like fan. So yeah, it went good, man. Like obviously we filmed in this abandoned sort of like factory, and yeah, it was quite a full-on pace, and we did script writing literally in one night, shooting it prepping it the next day, shooting it, and then editing it. So it was like literally non-stop process. But
Oh yeah, yeah. That's insane right there. Probably
yeah,
unheard of
oh,
for
man.
most part.
Yeah, it was like hardcore. Like I was doing 4 or 5 hours sleep on those nights for them 3 days just to like fit everything in like perfectly timed. But it was good because it gave me an opportunity to like number one, see if we can do it, which we did. Like, and
Yeah.
number two, like get better at like planning tight like shoots like that, and
Oh, I could tell the shoots were really like good. Like one thing I noticed from this film were definitely the like camera angles, the shots,
yeah,
some of the drone shots that
yeah,
like you used in the film, which I was like,
yeah,
oh, okay, I see you, Bal, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
New
Yeah.
technology, I see.
Yeah. The thing is like you always got to like try to get better in what you make, and obviously that was like a short, but I've got like a revamped team and like new people on board, and we wanted to do stuff which was like showing that we've come far from where we like started off, and like
That's how you got to do it.
yeah, and that was like it, and obviously like it's not as like gore filled, like the action is just quick and sharp and like and it was like I did all the VFX stuff like
Mm-hmm.
in that 72 hours, and it's like it's obviously it's not what I want to do. Like I'd rather stay with the practicals, but in them situations you have to use like certain VFX stuff like for the shotgun fire and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's like I think we should have won the whole competition, and the fact that we didn't sucked because it's like the films that won was yeah, not good.
Not good at all. All right,
Not good.
so I know you're working on the Birdwatcher movie still. I
Yeah.
noticed on Instagram that you do have like recently shot a few clips for the film. I just want to know like what's going on with the movie, and also man, what you think about the little poster that you got, man. I know you got a
Oh,
gift, man.
yeah. So Walter made me a poster. I posted it up on my Insta of like bird with an eyeball. Like,
Oh man,
man, that
yeah.
is like I've got a few artists, like including you, that have made stuff, like Yugami from Japan, and like a few other people here and there, like Midas, who's from like Italy, I believe. So it's like there's a few different people, but bro, yours was so fucking sick, man. Like when I seen it, I was like, that is amazing, bro. Like,
Oh
yeah, I
yeah,
didn't even know
man.
you had that talent. So when you told me, I was like, yeah, bro, draw me one up. And like,
Yeah, that's the
I'm
thing
gonna
that
use
like a
that, man.
lot.
I'm gonna use that for the DVD cover. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna use that. So
Yeah, that's the thing that like I feel like a lot of people don't really know unless they really like know me on a personal level. Is
yeah,
that like I went to school for art.
yeah,
I was an art major at the city college that I was going to, and I went to my university for graphic design. So for me, I'm
yeah,
like when when you were talking about making a poster, I'm kind of like trying to do more designs
yeah.
again. I kind of like fell off a little bit. I mean, I didn't stop designing because I do most of the designs for the podcast.
Mm.
If
They're good, man. I like it.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, I'm the
like.
one that's like doing the infographics, the thumbnails, the
Yeah,
logos and everything. So I was like, why hire somebody when I know I could do it myself?
exactly. Yeah, because people
So
pay people a lot of money to do stuff like that. You know, like I, bro, like I mean, before I knew any of you guys, when I was like trying to get artwork done from people that are like
mhm.
doing artwork for like quite big films, bro, they're quoting some insane prices. I was like, no, I can't afford it. I'd rather take a still off the picture and make
Yeah.
it myself than pay you fucking a bag of money. Do you know what I mean? But bro, the thing is like this. People do these Indiegogos and Kickstarters to raise money for the film so they can shit it away and then never end up
Mhm.
making the film. So but yeah, bro, with Birdwatcher, at the moment I'm just fixing and sorting out and cleaning up all the audio, making it all nice and crisp, and then after that I'll just be color grading it. And then after that, yeah, sending it to the composer, Rose, who's going to make some music for it. And so it's like I'm
Nice.
hoping by Christmas it's over to Rose, and then next year I'll give it time. Like I don't really like give them like composer a set time period. It's just watch it and make, and whenever
Yeah.
it's ready, then she'll give it to me because she's got things to fit in and she's got a day job, so it's like
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's going good, bro. First cut is down. I've not put any VFX on it, and I'm not going to. It's just going to be what you see is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Because I want to keep it pure with no VFX, like no CGI related VFX going forward. Do you know what I mean? But there's a
Yeah.
lot of practicals in it. There's like, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Like, and then I'm just going to send it out to distributors, see who wants it, and just get it out there for people to watch, man. I'm thinking to drop a trailer for it on Halloween.
Oh
Um,
nice.
but that means I've got 2 weeks because I haven't edited any trailer. So it's just like, it's like
Yeah.
one night when I'm feeling in the zone, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it and just sit down and be like, bam, 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 bam. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, but not give too much away, like because I hate them trailers that just they tell you everything. It's like no point, man. I've
Oh
watched the
yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean,
film.
man.
Yeah. I think it's always like what I do with building a trailer is I get a bit of a track, like music, that I'm like feeling, and then
Hmm.
I build a trailer around that. So I put shots where notes are and where they change. So it's like quick and it runs with the music. So it's like that's the best way of building a trailer, not just putting this scene here, putting this scene. You just want certain like build up, maybe a little long shot, but yeah, bro, I'm excited, man. I'll definitely send you a copy when it's ready so you can watch it.
We're gonna go ahead and before we go to our last segment, the outro, which is the slasher corner. Bal, what are your future plans for your projects? What future projects do you have planned? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to start filming my next one next year. At the moment, I'm just doing all the SFX for it because I'm
Mhm.
going to do the SFX this time. Um, and that's going to be basically a cosmic horror. inspired very heavily by like H.P. Lovecraft's works, and also set in the British countryside. And it's about an alien invasion of beings like Lovecraftian beings, which are basically trying to assimilate the women of Earth and eat the men. And the story is basically, I'm going to be making a lot of clay sculptures, plastic bag creatures, creatures out of latex, all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be very like weird Western, acid Western, cosmological sort of horror sort of themes. And at the moment, man, I've got some filming that I'm planning to do on the 7th of September, which is like some test SFX shoots. But yeah, so yeah, that's my plans, bro, at the moment. That's the plans, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so we are going to go ahead and take another break when I come back. But when we come back, we will have the Slasher Corner. So be right back. And we are back for the Slasher Corner, where you guys get a recommended movie for the week. And usually I give out the recommendations, but I am going to pass it on to my guest here, Bal. So what do you recommend for the people, Bal?
Oh, you're giving me a lot of responsibility, bro. So I think if I would recommend one film, I would recommend Cryptic Plasm by Brian Paulin. He's an American filmmaker, indie horror director, writer, does his own SFX. He's one of the best guys doing it in the scene, in my opinion, in horror. And I'll definitely watch this film, Cryptic Plasm, man. It's got alien vibes to it. It's a slow burner, but the end is worth the wait. Yeah, so check it out.
Okay, that's what's up. So thank you, Bal, for that recommendation. So if you guys want to give out a Slasher Corner movie recommendation, please do so. You could do it on my Instagram, which is Walter Doom. You could do it on the comments. Just comment the movie and just put hashtag Slasher Corner, because but what I'm planning on doing for this podcast from here on out is passing it on to you guys, the audience, so you guys can have a word on what everybody should check out, you know? So make sure whatever movie you guys put out, you know, it's a good horror film that we'll all love. Make it gory. If it's a gory movie, y'all know your boy loves the gory film. Val loves the gory films also, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so if y'all got like a really good gory film to recommend, yeah, definitely put it in the comments. I mean, even if it's good, if it's like artsy, I mean, I like the artsy shit, you know, when it's actually good. But yeah, whatever you guys want to recommend, definitely put it in the comments, and I will choose whatever the best movie is, and yeah, put it on the next episode. So, Bal, if you want them to follow you, where should they follow you?
So go check me out on Instagram at Apotheosis Productions, and you can find all my link there to Linktree, to my YouTube. If you go to Apotheosis Productions on YouTube as well, you'll see some of my work. So yeah, you can check me out there.
Yeah, definitely. Are you on Twitter?
Nah, I'm not on Twitter at the moment. I've only got enough like mental capacity to just deal with Instagram at the moment. Yeah.
That's good because I think I'm about to get rid of Twitter pretty soon.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Elon.
Nah, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, but anyway, but beside that point, to follow your boy Walter Doom, I'm all right. So I had to cut part of that outro out because a lot of information is old. So yeah, if you guys want to check your boy out, I just recently managed to get some of my socials more on a consistent level on how to find me. So if y'all want to find me, once again, those socials are Walter Doom Horror on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Walter Doom on anywhere that involves podcast streaming, and the Walter Doom on Twitter, X, whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. I'm telling you right now, I'm probably gonna be deleting that app pretty soon because I'm kind of over Elon Musk. But anyway, this has been another episode of Let's Talk About Horror. This is America. Don't let them catch you slipping now. Stay diabolical, people. Peace.